Hey guys, what is up? My name is Hayden from the Magical Killer Cow YouTube channel, and today I am back with another episode of Top Workshop Items of the Week. This one I spent a lot of time working on, so if you do in fact appreciate it, and if you have any feedback, leave them in the comments section below. But first of all, the first item for this week is the King of the Jungle. This is a hat for the Scout. It's similar to the K9 main for the Heavy and the Demo Man, so it sort of follows the typical Team Fortress 2 art style that Valve are already trying to push. It's already in the game, so why don't we add another hat that looks awesome? It's a nice little tiger hat, and I'd definitely be wearing this and rocking it out on my Scout whenever I'd be playing it. Definitely coming above my current front runner that I use for the Scout, just because it looks so awesome. Now moving on to the Festive shotgun. This is of course a reskin of the shotgun that has festive lights on it. It looks incredible for the Christmas season because it is Christmas Eve, or Merry Christmas if it's Christmas where you are right now. This is for all the classes with a shotgun, so the Engineer, Soldier, Pyro and Heavy. It's sort of Christmas season-y. There's already loads of different festives in the game, so I personally think this would fit in absolutely flawlessly, and it is sort of highly anticipated, at least in my eyes. I've been wanting this for a while. I'd definitely be using a strange festive shotgun. But we also have the Festive gunboats, which is for the Soldier, of course. Again, very Christmassy. It looks awesome, and don't hold me to this, but I believe all current festives already have a strange version, so I'd be curious on what the festive or the strange festive gunboats would count. So if you have any ideas for that, leave them in the comments below. And whilst I have a couple of seconds to spare, because this is quite a short time frame to speak, Merry Christmas if it is Christmas where you are today, or Merry Christmas Eve. The next one is the Buoyantly Bobber. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I probably am not. But this is a misc for the Pyro. It's sort of like the Deadliest Duckling and the Quackenbert. They're already in the game, so again, ducks, kind of weird and not really something you'd expect in Team Fortress 2, but the art style for TF2 is all over the place now, so I would say that this would pretty much fit in. It's a rubber ducky, so who wouldn't want this? It wouldn't be completely out of place, although it does sort of look a bit silly. Now we are on to the 10th class. This is a spy mask, a mask that you can use your decal tool on to put any picture you want on it, which I personally think this is incredible. Not going out of the comfort zone of TF2's retro art style, because we already have a mask, so why not let us put our own pictures on it, which I personally think. I love customizing the items that I have in game, such as my badges and stuff, so I personally think this is an incredible idea. Moving on to the prank, an item made by Rusky Do, a guy I interviewed a couple of weeks ago, an all-class misc. You use your decal tool to put a picture on it, and the awesome thing about this is Rusky Do talked about it in the interview, and it sort of brings the average player into the modeling scene, because you can sit there and you can sort of model what item you want on it. It's not just straight find a picture and use it with the decal tool. You sort of model it yourself. There's sort of templates on the workshop page as well, and I think this is incredible, and I think that it would really bring people into the modeling scene, and it could really work. Now this one I'm going to spend a bit of time talking about, because this is the Mannicure with two N's, because it's manly. It's another item from Rusky Do, and it's an all-class misc, excluding the Medic, Spy and Pyro, because they have gloves. And it sort of brings a feminine side to TF2. Now Rusky Do's talked about this for a while, and he talked about it in the interview that I did with him, and he was worried about the response that he'd get, because TF2 has always been brought up as sort of a manly game, I guess, and everybody in the game is a man. It's a strong masculine game with a lot of strong masculine people, and then you would never sort of associate the Heavy with getting a Mannicure or anything ridiculous like that, and it's so ridiculous that I kind of like it. And you know, the Heavy already had fairy wings that Rusky Do made. There's also the something special for someone special, which is kind of a very discreet thing in the game. So I mean, people can argue that it's a very discreet item change and it wouldn't be necessary, but people spend a lot of money on the something special for someone special. Now people, or the girls at TF2X Chromosomes, which is a subreddit for female players of TF2, said they wish Valve would add more things like this, just because of the feminine side to it. You don't really get that many feminine items in the game, and I really do appreciate what Rusky Do is doing, sort of showing that there is a feminine side to TF2, and even though a lot of people have given a lot of hate for this item, I personally think that it is absolutely incredible, and I'd love to run around as the Heavy or the Soldier with painted painted nails because that just seems quite interesting and funny to do. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching and listening to this week's top workshop items of the week. If you did appreciate the way I did this week, I did spend a lot more time writing down a lot of show notes. Rusky actually suggested that I start talking about why I think it should be good in the game, apart other than just saying it's cool, it looks cool, so add it. So I did try and give my opinions this week. If you do enjoy what I did, then be sure to drop a like down below, subscribe above. If you have any feedback on how I could improve this series, then be sure to comment that down below, because I am interested on what you guys think of the series. Merry Christmas if it's Christmas where you are today on the 24th of December, but where I am it is Christmas tomorrow. I'll probably be uploading a video then, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Thank you all so much for listening and watching, and I will see you all in the next one.